All right, y'all, we are going to try this again. Let me know when you get on. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let me know when you're on. All right. Okay. All right, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started, okay? Trying to see how much delay we have. Oh, not much. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, snap. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, we're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, let me know when you're on. Let me know when you're on. Let me know when you're on. Hey guys, welcome. We got messages from Spirit today. Man, I'm telling you, I pulled a reading for myself today and it resonated with me so much. And I'm just very grateful. So I pulled 3 cards today. I pulled the Queen of Pentacles, which is me, the nurturing me, the one that's creating, manifesting in the spiritual and the physical world. And then I got this generosity card. And then I got clarity. And I got a lot of clarity, y'all. I've been changing my diet. I've been going to work out, right? Been doing my thing. So I'm like super excited. And things have just been kind of bittersweet though. You know, my son is about to go to college and he just let me know today that he's actually going to go a little bit sooner because they can. So that really took like a whole week off of our summer together. So just real bittersweet times, but everything is happening in divine timing. I'm really grateful that he's going to be going to college and, you know, having that college life. That's a beautiful experience, right? So anyway, we are here. We are going to do messages from Spirit. If you want a message today, all you need to do is subscribe, like the video, and then comment your name, your zodiac, and your sign, and where you're watching from. And then I'll get you on my list. And let's get this party started. King of Wands, leadership. And I love this because we are moving into Leo energy. Actually, aren't we already into Leo season now? Let me get my spirit cards out. If you want a message, let me know. Hello. Got a couple of people that want. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm only going to be on for about an hour. We're going to go see Spider-Man here in a little bit. So I want to make sure I show up and show out for about an hour. Really grateful. Ooh, abundance. I keep seeing this. Oh my gosh. Somebody's got abundance coming towards them. People that are helping out. And hey, that is so funny because today I had the same thing happen. I accidentally left my battery running and my car died on me. And I'm telling you, I posted in my local neighborhood, and in less than 5 minutes, somebody showed up and gave me a jump. And I was like, wow, like I'm just so thankful that someone, you know, was generous. And that was part of my reading today when I did myself. And I was like, ooh, generosity. And yeah, someone was so generous that they came over here. He came so quick, I didn't even know his name. I had to go back and be like, what was that man's name? Because he was like, where's your address? And he pulled up on me. He pulled up on me so quick. So anyway, yes, the abundance is coming, y'all. The abundance is coming. We're going to do spirit messages today. Do not delay. Success is on the way. Success is on the way, y'all. Success is on the way. So if you want a reading, this is your time now. Hey, Frank, how are you? All right. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video. Make sure you like the video. And I'm going to put you on my list. You are going to be my first today. I appreciate you so much for being here. Today is the 30th. And we have Frank. Will Christopher contact me soon? Okay, you are Frank. I will definitely get a message for you. And you're a Gemini from LA. What Gemini? I'm going to be in LA in November. It's been a long time since I've been there, but I am going. I will be there. I'm going to be actually doing a pop-up and doing some readings as well. Memento. Okay. Okay, so Frank, thank you for being here. All I ask is that you engage with me and let me know that you are here. And we're going to do angel messages as well, and hit that heart button, mash on it for me while I collect that message. And you have a message. Will Christopher contact me soon? Okay, well, that's pretty much a yes, no. I'm pretty sure Christopher will. I don't hear an absolute hard no. But let's just ask. Let's ask the cards. Okay. So Spirit, Gemini Frank is from LA. He wants to know. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's just see. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Frank? Frank is a Gemini from LA. Wants to know about this romance. Okay. I got 2 yeses. I got 2 yeses. All right. I got 2 yeses for you. The Magician and the 4 of Pentacles. So let me pull one more card. One more card. Okay. Oh, and you got generosity too. This is the card I got. I love this for you. I do. Okay. So bottom of the deck, is there some type of conflict going on? There's some type of conflict going on, and that might be the reason why Christopher has not reached out to you yet. Let me get my messages out. Spirit, what about this? Okay, hopeless romantic. You might be a hopeless romantic though, right? You might be a hopeless romantic. I see that. Okay. Right? But I don't know. I feel like for you, Frank, this is a turning point for you. The messages I'm getting for you is that you might have been overly focused on this person or this relationship trying to work out. And I feel like right now your big break is in your finances. Okay. I feel like you're about to have a big break in your society. I keep hearing break, right? Breaking cycles. And I don't know about you, but you might have had some commitment issues as well. Like you might have had a lot of people pleasing energy in this relationship, might have wore a smile when you were really deep down hurting. I think you were kind of trying to just have somebody instead of being alone. So this person might have just been filling a void for you. Okay. Because you have this conflict. And I think maybe you have some internal conflicts that you're dealing with yourself. And until you deal with those personally, Frank and whatever Frank did, that person is not going to be able to fill that void. That's going to be a void that you have to fill for yourself. Okay. So I feel like too, y'all might have not been truthful to each other. Okay. But somebody had commitment issues. And I think it's time for you to break these cycles. Even if even if Christopher was to contact you again, why would you want to? Like, the message was for you to break that cycle. Like, even somebody do come back and circle back around, like they're looking at you like leftovers. Like, oh, you still in the microwave needing to be heated up. You know what I'm saying? So don't be nobody's leftovers, okay, Frank? And again, you might just be a hopeless romantic, and I see that for you. Someone might be on a dating app, love bombing someone else. This might be another reason why this person has not contacted you, because this is a conflict of interest for yourself. And it's like, do you really want to share Christopher if he were to come back? Because he may be overstimulated, and maybe the depth that you brought to the relationship or to the friendship or to the situationship, maybe it wasn't enough for him. Maybe this person has like a short attention span, and the depth that you had, that wasn't the depth that he's used to. Okay. So he's love bombing other people and swiping right and playing games with other people. And it's like, what do you really want this person back? Okay. For you, I think it's time for you to focus on budgeting because you are going to get some type of abundance coming in. And then, but I don't want you to blow the money when it come in. I want you to be able to do and maximize and multiply this blessing that's coming to you because you have generosity and you have budgeting coming in for you moving forward. So also too, when you're budgeting and your energy and you're kind of like having a realistic, because again, with this, hopeless romantic energy, you may not have a lot, you may not be thinking much more with your logic. And I feel like spirit wants you to be a little bit more on the logical side of things right now and start focusing on your monies so that spirit can put more money in your hands. Okay. Also, it passed, it left, but it's like you need to focus on that because there's going to be some other type of money's coming in. And when you can focus on budgeting and valuing yourself, your time, and your money, then someone else is going to show up that respects you because you have already set the standard of how you want to be treated because this is how you treat yourself. Okay. Does this make sense to you? Let me know. Keep dialoguing. But I feel like you and Christopher, like, yeah, you're at a crossroads and you got to decide, like, are you going to choose yourself or are you going to keep choosing this other person when this other person comes, right? And you should not have to be at this type of crossroads. You should always choose you. Okay? You should always choose you. Okay? But you're at a crossroads. And of course, life lessons learned, wisdom gained, completing cycles, because you keep having breaking cycles, big break, but you have a big break coming in. There's something big coming up for you. So if this is, and it could be your career because now all the energy you were putting towards this relationship or trying to save and help and heal this person, now you can focus that energy on yourself and your career because there looks like there's some life-changing moment that's going to happen for you. Okay. And I feel like it could be the big break that you've been waiting for. And it could be just with the finances because I see so many pentacles. And you were showing up as the magician too, which is, ooh, look, see, somebody got a sneaky link. Somebody just is. If this is Christopher and this is his energy, are you wanting to be this? Are you wanting to be this person? Or do you want to be their sneaky link? Or do you want to know and realize and understand that they might have a sneaky link? And I just kind of feel like you guys are like night and day. I feel like, you might have felt like there was some things that y'all had in common, but I feel like it's just night and day. Okay. There you go. And it's time for you to start acting brand new. So because you have beginnings, now you have new beginnings, you have things like ending, and then you have these new beginnings, reinventing yourself, watch me shine. Okay. So again, this also goes with this big break that's coming towards you, turning point. You know what? It's like you're at a turning point. You're at the crossroads. It's a turning point. You got to go left and you got to go right. You can only go one way. Okay. So I feel like for you, when you start budgeting your time and your energy and your worth, then other people are going to understand like that your time, your energy and worth is so much more valuable. And they're not going to approach you the same way. They're not even going to try to treat you the same way because you don't treat yourself that way. Right. So it's like, psh, psh. But this takes practice. This takes time for you to get to know yourself. Look, self-care, like, and if Christopher do come back, or contact you again, right? Because he might try to link up with you like on sneaky link energy. This is you saying, look, I got my poker face on, baby. I've been manicuring and getting spas and doing the things, massages. Like this is the type of energy you're going to be moving towards. And this is also some places that you could spend your money. Okay. This is where you need to spend your time because your time is your money. Okay. So Frank, let me know if that's resonating now because I did see, I don't know, at the bottom of the deck, a blind date. I'm just saying a blind date, someone new cycles for you. Okay. Now I am going to pull one message for you. I'm going to pull one message for you. You select 1, 2, or 3. Let me know number 1, 2, or 3. And that is going to be a message that I pull for you. Let me know which number you are. You want number 3. All right. Hang tight. Make sure you keep hitting that heart button for me. Send me that love because we're going to speak to these angels and see what message they have for you, Frank. Thank you. I love all the hearts. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Spirit, what message do you have for my boy Frank here? What do you have for Frank here so we can get out this conflict? This five of wands energy. Let's see. How did Frank get up out of this? Spirit, what messages do you have for Frank today? Hello, sister. What message do you have for Frank? Okay. Ease and grace. Ooh. Okay, you got 2 cards. Opportunity and change. You keep getting it no matter what deck I read from. You have opportunity and change is coming in. So you are reinventing yourself. You are acting brand new and you are going to take in this money with ease and grace. But do you see how there is this balance right here? It's like balancing the energies. It's this giving, this take with this generosity. But I do see some good news. I see some money. I see some support. If you've been wondering about your employment, this could either be a promotion or if you were considering getting a new job. Spiritual growth and compassion at the bottom of the deck. This is your time. This is your time to shine. So when Christopher do circle back, you are not the same person. You're gonna be like new number, new face card, new money, new bank account. Who this? Okay. And if you accept your message, please write accept. But you are the magician. You are starting over with the one. Ones are new beginnings. I love that for you. You are I am never the same. I am not the same. Never be the same. You are up here. They're going to have to meet you here. Otherwise, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Okay. All right. I hope that resonated with you. Just write I accept if you accept your message. And then whoever wants next, you can be on the list. Thank you for accepting your message. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, choose a new direction. Like I said, crossroads, needing to make some changes. You got this, though. You know, discipline is one of the hardest things people have to learn. But once you have mastered discipline, you're on a new level, okay? All right, so thank you. And like I said, your angels are telling you that there's some new opportunity. Look, the money coming in. Look, when you gonna be in a new tax bracket by the time Christopher gets his shit together, right? You're gonna be in a new tax bracket. Like, really, I'm already like, you at the dollar store. You still at the dollar store. You at Five Below. I'm over here at Target, and I'm at the department stores. Okay, we don't even shop at the same places. Okay, we don't even shop at the same places. So we are going to get a forecast for the week. I did a forecast last week and man, it was so on point. So we're going to do another one. Today is Thursday, the 30th. So we're going to get this weekly forecast starting with today. Spirit, today's message. And you know, it's funny because I pulled this card for myself. My sister's on here. She'll probably let you know. I pulled this card. Did I not? Continuation. Okay. Continuation. And then we got Thursday, we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. All right, so we got this week's forecast. Today we got clarity. We stepping in clarity. We're not doing the same things. We're not confused. Well, Mercury is out at retrograde now. The full moon energy is on the back end or the last end of it, okay? A lot of things is clearing up. We're starting to see things for what they are, okay? The moon is illuminating the truth, okay? This could also mean that you are planning something new. You are planning something that is going to bring about success and victory with the vibrancy card tomorrow. Somebody is going to be stepping in that Queen of Wands energy. Somebody stepping in their Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands can be Leo energy as well. And we're also in the thick of Leo season. This says that there's some good business sense. Some of you are going to be getting that money, getting after that money tomorrow. You could also meet someone that it could be this Queen of Wand energy because you have the community card. This could be someone that you are wanting to have some type of like partnership with, right? With the Four of Wands. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could just mean that this is someone that you see like for a long-term relationship or friendship or partnership, okay? But somebody is like God is walking into a sense of clarity now. And then with the vibrancy card, this Queen of Wands, this is just someone that she's great at manifesting. She's good at taking action. This is someone that's actually doing a lot of action movement, and that's going to move into Saturday as well. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Saturday energy looks like you've got these reunion. Maybe you are going to be getting in touch with somebody. This is also some type of event that you might be invited to on Saturday. This could be family oriented. There could be a reunion or some type of celebration. This could also be a team event that you could be invited to, or that you're going to. Like maybe you're going to be volunteering your time, but this is something that's going to be happening, and it's fire energy. So I feel like there's a lot of action towards it. This could also mean that you are traveling this weekend. If you are doing that, this is a great weekend to do it. Now, Sunday, let's talk about Sunday. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday. Man, it's like sunny over here and then again a little cloudy, right? So let's talk about how we work through this. So on Sunday, could be some grief, some nostalgia coming in, some sorrow. I don't know if it's supposed to be cloudy with a chance of rain, but it's looking like in the tarot forecast. Okay. So with that being said, like you guys gotta have to prepare for a rainy day with the what? An umbrella, some rain boots, like the tarot cards are not saying things got to be horrible, but it's like, look, if I know it's about to rain, let me prepare for it. Okay. If there and then there's also the death card. So with this loss and the death card and this major arcana, you could get news that someone close to you or someone that you know of may have passed away, this could also mean that you are going to be doing some type of purging yourself. Maybe you're doing some deep cleaning, or maybe you're stripping away some things, letting some stuff go. This is some deep, some more of some darker, lower energy, but at the same time, we are not just supposed to be of all love and light. We kind of have this ebb and flow. Sometimes moments are good, some are bad, but at the same time, that's just a makeup of who we are. We're here for this whole experience. So like just take time for yourself, be kind to yourself, because like I said, it's cloudy with a chance of storms this weekend. Okay. I hope it does rain though. Like some people get scared of a storm, but baby, I like a good storm. You know what I'm saying? Because you can water my plants. But there is some type of disappointment. You might get some news that you were not necessarily wanting to get, but I feel like you will be able to pivot before the end of next week. But again, this could be also an opportunity for you to learn from your mistakes. And with loss also comes transformation. So whenever I see a loss card, it's like never, I can never miss a loss, because that just means what leaves me was really not meant for me. And it's really just making space for what is. Okay. I feel like I said on Sunday, you got the death card. This could be a time where you really just maybe start with yourself. You might have went from being social to be introverted by Saturday, Sunday, and that's okay because it's the weekend anyway. So maybe this is the time where you're not having to be around coworkers. You can take the mask off. You could actually relax, and you can actually just kind of have some introspection about what the things that you are losing or letting go of. Okay. Because again, this is the full moon. Today is the last day of it, but there's still going to be some remnants of that full moon energy. And full moon energies are always about letting go, releasing things. So we are going to be surrendering that ourselves voluntarily and then involuntarily with the Sunday death card energy. So the universe is going to be helping some of y'all on Sunday to release some things, especially if you've been holding on to something that just really is not for your highest and best good. Okay. Now by Monday, there could be an offer coming in, right? But I feel like you might be refusing this offer. This might be something that you decided that you no longer want in your life. This could be a relationship with the Four of Cups. This could be an offer dealing with something emotionally that you were emotionally attached to it before, but maybe now, since you've had this weekend energy to deal with loss, you've had this energy to deal with death and transformation, maybe now you just decided, you know what, I don't want to deal with this no more. So on Monday, I feel like you are going to make some serious changes, and there could be an offer coming in, and it may not be the offer that you want anymore, or maybe you feel like you've missed an opportunity and that you have brought closure of for the reason why that you have lost that. You're decided that, you know what, I lost that opportunity, but that's okay because I feel better. I feel lighter because sometimes you're taking on too much. Things are feeling heavy and you're getting more frustrated. You're getting overwhelmed. And now you see that, you know what, this maybe was something for someone else to deal with. And I'm going to go ahead and let them deal with it. Okay. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday can be a little bit on the cloudy side. But again, have that preparation and having that umbrella and the rain boots and just be prepared for it. Okay. Couldn't be dealing with Virgo and Scorpio energies those days as well. Okay. Real strong Scorpio energy and Cancer sign energy. Watery, watery, watery. So could be emotional. If you feel triggered to release some tears, I might even cry. I'm a Pisces. I don't see my cards on here, but I might be balling this weekend. You know, my son is going to be going to college and he just informed me that he's going to go a little bit sooner than I expected. So I'm feeling that. Okay. So I resonate with that as well. Now by Monday's starting to look good. Monday's starting to look good for us again. Okay. We're coming clean. We're turning over a new leaf. Consciousness is kicking in. We're getting back to our mojo. We're no longer in this depression or this depressive state. And again, you guys, anxiety and depression are normal. You know, I'm not a therapist. So if you do need to have someone to talk to, definitely do that. But I feel like you guys are going to weather the storm. And like I said, by Monday, it's going to be a lot more lighter. You're letting go of some of these swords, especially with the Seven of Swords, but it was in the reverse. So I do feel like this energy is going to become a little lighter, right? And again, that double-edged sword is hard to hold on to. So for me, it's saying, you know what, I'm not going to keep cutting myself. I'm not going to keep self-sabotaging and hurting myself. So there could be some good news as well coming in on Monday. But let's go ahead and clarify some of this because you know I like to be nosy. Let's talk about this death and this loss. Spirit, give us some more messages about this death. Okay, there we go. Look, oh, this Ten of Swords coming through, defeating and endings, you know, but it was in the reverse and I like it there. Okay. I like it there. Pulling yourself together, learning from the past, hardships, fears, y'all. What fears are you guys dealing with? Let's see. What fears are we dealing with, Spirit? What? Okay. There you go. All right. Ace of Pentacles energy, prosperity, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like there's a financial loss or a lack of planning. There could be some instability that you are fearful of. Maybe you're letting go of the old programming about being insecure about your money and finances. Okay. Maybe you feel that you're scared because the success that you've been wanting is being delayed. Okay. You may get some news that things need to be delayed. They may not show up for you on the weekend. Okay. Boom. But we have this King of Cups. So it's like, this could be, this is Pisces energy showing up here. There is again, with this emotional intelligence, this is you saying, you know what, I have acted a fool in the past, and now I see where I have made mistakes. I've made, wrong choices. And now it's time for me to understand how I've showed up in my past relationships with people and my relationships. And this, again, is a time for you with this death and loss. Maybe this is the death and loss of the old identity. This could be the death and loss of this old ego that you used to have, right? Maybe you were someone that showed up and with the apathy card, maybe you weren't very well invested in your relationships emotionally. Maybe were more on the logical side, but this is you saying, you know what, maybe I acted a fool. Maybe I thought too quickly about this situation. I judged harshly. And now you're getting this emotional intelligence. So again, with the King of Cups, this is someone that will cry, okay? And the fact that the Pisces energy showed up, and I just told y'all, I'll probably be crying this weekend. Just get it out. It's a good purge. It's good for you, But again, everything's going to work out by, oh, look, then we got the Devil card energy, but we have it in the reverse. We like it in the reverse. There's a lot of releasing going on, y'all. There's a lot of releasing going on. A lot of codependent energy that we're releasing this weekend. You've been feeling at the end of your rope. You've been kind of feeling like you've been alone, especially with the Devil card in reverse. This is major arcana. You got two major arcana. You got the Devil and you got the Death card. So again, could be some news too that somebody close or someone that you knew, at least for some time, with the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups, someone you might have known, you might get news around the way that someone is no longer. Okay, so this is me sending condolences for people that may be losing somebody this weekend. Maybe someone that's been struggling or fighting with their health, and now it's time for them to transition. Because when I see this type of energy in the deck, this means that someone might be transitioning, especially with the Death card and the Five of Cups. It's not always easy to give that type of news to someone, but again, make sure you go and tell the people that you love them. Right? Make sure you let people know that if you are dealing with something that you need love, that you need help. But we got the Star card energy coming through as well. So I do like to see that as well, because that means that there is some faith in the future. So if you guys are going to hit that, like I said, that cloudy with a chance of storming and raining and thundering, it's going to be okay, because there should be some hope that, again, coming through with the Star card, right? It's like it could be cloudy during the day, but at nighttime, it'll clear up and you'll still see the stars at night. But during the day, you might be dealing with a little bit of that heavier energy. And collectively, we typically do deal with that. Oh yeah. And some of you might have been sick, or might even get sick this weekend. Let me just check the weather. Oh yeah. See, Thursday is supposed to rain here in Texas. But we ain't got no rain in sight here. So this might resonate for other regions, but the weather's always changing anyway. But like I said, just keep your hope, guys. Keep calm, keep your faith, right? There's going to be some things, again, that you can look forward to by the beginning of next week. But again, what I said is this nostalgia, or a childhood friend, someone you may lose, or hear news that someone has passed away, or someone that they just transitioned. Okay. So this is the forecast for this weekend. I know I kind of emphasized on the weekend, but let's talk about this offer that you might turn down on Monday. Let's talk about this too. Okay. Somebody got some apathy. Somebody got some real, like, I don't want to deal with you no more. Okay. The offer could be coming from a Queen of Cups. Okay. You may decide that you do not want to deal with this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups may be giving you an offer, or this offer could be coming to a Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is rejecting it. Okay. Some of y'all just might be just straight up bored by Monday, okay? You done cried so much and you haven't really done anything. So by Monday, you're just bored, right? You just like, oh, you're numb. So some of you, there's a lot of gray in the cards too. So there's always wisdom in some of these experiences that we go through, or that we, grow through. But I see this King of Swords. So the King of Swords is the air sign, emphasis on Libra. This could be someone that wants to make an offer towards you, or maybe try to give some type of support, or just kind of be someone that you hear from, that communicates with you. But I don't know if you're going to be really ready to like deal with this person or communicate with this person. Some of you guys are going to really just be in your feelings this weekend, and I'm just saying how it is, okay? But it's okay. Like, this might be a good time for you to create those new boundaries, right? We are into the second part of the year, right? And we just got to reflect on how the first 6 months of our life went. And now we're in that 7th month, moving into the 8th. What do we want to make? What changes do we want to make for this, like the end of this 3rd quarter and the beginning of 4th, right? This could be cutting people off. Yeah, could be cutting off a Libra, a Pisces, a Virgo, right? Could be cutting these people off. But I see the victory card. I see the victory card. Someone is really going to get some good news. And I feel like the good news is probably going to come by Monday. But it's going to look a little dark, y'all. It's going to look a little dark. And I know a lot of people get scared when there's uncertainty. And I'm dealing with that anxiety, United States of anxiety, okay? But y'all going to get through it, I'll be here on Sunday doing a reading. But again, if you guys get some news, just make sure you're sitting down for it, okay? Because it's that type of news, all right? And if you accept that message, yes, please write accept. All right, so let's get into these angel messages, right? We did the forecast. Now we are going to see about these angel messages. Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for us today? Woo! What messages do you have for us today, Spirit? Thank you so much. What messages do you have for us? Hope your day has been going well. Y'all, I've had a day, but I pulled the generosity card today, and I don't know if you caught the first part of the live, but I pulled the generosity card, and sure enough, I left my car like on, but not all the way on, and the lights were on. And then when I went outside this evening, my battery is dead. And I posted in my neighborhood group, and I'm telling you, not even 5 minutes later, somebody pulled up with some jumper cables and got me right. So I just want to say that generosity really, because I was like, what generosity am I going to get today? And sure enough, it happened. So the car's going to be lying. Let's see what the message from our Archangel Michael is. What message does Archangel Michael have for us? What does that say? Pay attention to your dreams. Oh my goodness gracious. Isn't this an awesome card? Some of you guys are getting very vivid dreams right now. I know I have, but it says, thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderful, restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, my guide, and my healer. Please allow me to understand the situation, and then specify what situation you want help on. And you're asking for that on a spiritual level and to give me guidance. So Archangel Michael really wants to come to us in our dream states. And it says, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Now, like I said, with that chance of rain this weekend, just make sure that you still kind of keep your attention and your intentions on your goals, okay? Now, I remember I spoke on the last live for Monday. We were supposed to be making some goals, writing them down, and really being aligned on our logical side. We can be in all the spiritual energy we want to, but we got to have a balance of that spiritual and that logical energy, okay? And then it says your children are watched over by angels. So again, somebody has might have an angel watching over someone that has passed on, if you have children that have passed on, or if you have unborn children and you're pregnant and you're waiting for the arrival of your child, I want you to know that Archangel Michael is one of the best archangels for you to reach out to, so that you can have that protection, because everybody gets scared at some point while they're birthing family, right? So it's like Archangel Michael is also saying that you created a situation, but you have the power to change it. And how you change it is that you leave it. So some of you guys might be dealing with some toxic energy. And again, with that forecast, it might be the weekend that you guys like really make some moves. Really make some hard decisions, maybe some things that you've been regretting. And now you're just tired of being in that regretful energy and you're wanting to get away from that. And again, if you want that support and that help, Archangel Michael is definitely the archangel to work with. I know he's our universal angel. A lot of people go to him because he's one of the most popular ones, but you can use whatever archangel you resonate with. My cards are just for Archangel Michael, but that does not limit you to only working with Archangel Michael, okay? We're going to see what one of our ancestors. Okay, there we go. Look, we got Father Sky. We've got God, G-O-D, trust in the unknown. Like I said, there's a lot of uncertainty that is coming in, and that's a collective. That's just not for anyone specific. It's collectively. We are in an energy where we just don't know what's happening, right? If you sat and watched the news all day long, you probably be upside down with everything that you hear on the news. So this is a time to really if you pray, do your prayers, right? If you want to strengthen your connection with your angels, your guides, and your ancestors, this is really the time to do it, okay? We also have the protection guardian card, which means to drop your shield. But if some of you guys have your shield drop, you might want to pick it back up. But if some of you are overly guarded, this might mean that it's time for you to drop your shield and just to have trust in God, okay? Or Father Sky, the universe, the great mystery, whatever that energy is that you call it. This is definitely the time to drop that shield and give this to your higher power, to the powers that you truly believe in, okay? So yeah, I like this for us, it can't be sunny all the time. And sometimes I see somebody has something on Facebook and it says sometimes some of the most beautiful things aren't played out in the sunshine, right? So this might be something you want to work through as well this weekend, is tracking down your fears and your desires, right? You want to replace those fears with desires. Well, I fear being overweight. Well, I'm going to desire losing weight then. So you got to learn what your fears are so that you can find something to balance it out with a desire, okay? Because everybody has fears, but the subconscious is going to keep repeating those fears until you replace it with something better. And that could be a desire. I desire to be healthier. I have a fear of this. So what am I going to do? What am I going to change it for? I'm going to change it for a desire, something that I really, truly want in my life. And it's all about where your attention goes, your energy flows. So changing your fears and then letting that energy go away from funneling and funding the fears and to being just for your desires, and really just focusing and charging up those desires. Somebody like peacocks. I know I do. I got one back here. So again, I've always tell y'all, if y'all want extra protection, peacock feathers, peacock drawings, you can have one of those in your house. That's really good for protection. All right. Some of you guys might be into eagles as well. Some of y'all might live in Philadelphia and be the Eagles, okay? But I feel like for y'all, the eagle is like such is known as a very dominant bird in the food chain in the guide of life. So sometimes the eagle may be someone's spirit animal. Maybe you were using the mockingbird before, but now you're like, no, I want to do something a little more powerful. So if you want to change your spirit animal for this week or for this next chapter, maybe you want to be an eagle now. Okay. If anybody out there has any questions or wants to get on the list, let me know. I'm not going to be on here long today. That's kind of why I'm doing general readings. I am going to be going to Spider-Man. My son wants to go see that movie, and it is one of the most sought after tickets today. So we're going to go here in a little bit. Super excited for him. But it looks like it's going to be a good movie. So it officially comes out tomorrow, but we decided that we're going to go see it today. And I'm just really happy for that. Okay. So let's see here. What else do we have? Spirit, any more lasting messages for the collective? Let's see what we have. Got that prosperity again. And I know I shuffled this. I know I shuffled these up. Look, we can't get around that prosperity. That prosperity is ours, okay? I'm going to need y'all to claim it. These new beginnings, these opportunities, they're coming in. We're moving forward with money. We're moving forward with investments and manifestations, lots of resources. Our physical health is improving, right? And that is for those that are listening to this message. If you ain't listening, maybe this ain't for you. But if you are on here, it is meant for you to know that the prosperity is being activated in your life, okay? Now, can it be money? Absolutely. Can it be opportunity? Absolutely. Can it be support? I would hope so, okay? But you're moving forward, right? But again, make sure that you're doing the right things with your finances. I know that I did a reading last week for the forecast, and I know that we needed to make sure that we are making smart money moves. Our income and our economy is changing. So we just want to make sure with the victory card and the lover's card that we are balancing out our money and we're utilizing our resources smartly. Okay. This could be for Geminis. This could be for, let's see who else this could be for. This could be for Scorpios, Virgos, Geminis. I said Gemini, right? Okay. But yeah, this is definitely in your sun, moon, your rising, or even in your Mars, how you act with the money. What do you do with it? Okay. So if anybody, this is going to be last call for readings. If anybody wants to get on the list, let me know. Yes. And then also too, with the lover's card, someone might be making a decision on a relationship, right? And then that might be the loss that you acknowledge or that you are letting go of this weekend as well. Okay, my friends. All right, you all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this reading today. I can't stay on here too long because I'm going to go get ready for this event. But we will be back here on Sunday around the same time, around 8 or 9 Central Time. But I will make sure to do a reminder so that you guys know not to miss it. And if you haven't already, make sure you have liked, subscribed, and hit the bell. So when I go live, you know what time it is. Okay. And I will catch you all on the next one.